Hey guys, it's Nicklin here. So everyone has been asking me about my new prayer journal, faith journal, and I was going to just show you what is in that, just do a little walkthrough of that. I'm kind of new to it. I have a new journaling Bible too. I'm kind of new to that too. So just going to do a quick walkthrough, show you what I have in mine, and like I said, it's very personalized, so you really can put whatever you want in yours, but I'll show you what's in mine, and hopefully you're blessed from that and you get some inspiration. Okay guys, here is my prayer journal. I am redoing this video because the last one my cat was all over the place, jumping all over and just making the video crazy, so I had to redo it. So this, like I promised, is my prayer journal. So I'm going to flip through it and show it to you. Like I said, I have always done some type of journaling with my Bible, but this type of journaling is new to me, so I've been doing it for a little bit now. So it's not brand new to me, but newer to me. I used to do just a little spiral notebook. I used to keep it in with my Bible, bring it to and from church, so I would take notes at church and just jot things down while I was reading my Bible. So I was just looking at some things on YouTube and came across some videos about prayer journals. People were calling them war binders, different things, and it just kind of inspired me, and I was starting to think I needed to kind of organize my prayer life, get a little more, get a little more accountable with it. I was getting to be more scattered with it. There were some days I felt like I could be a little better about it, thinking that there were people that I was forgetting to pray for, prayer requests that I was missing, things like that. So anyway, when I saw this idea, it just kind of inspired me, and this has been such a blessing. So what this is a mini binder. I see people use all different things, but so far this has been what I'm using, and it is a blessing to me. So if you want to kind of mimic what I'm doing, I'm using a mini binder. I got it from Walmart. All the supplies I'm using, I pretty much got from Walmart. It's the one that you can slide things down inside of, so I just slid a little piece of paper down in for decoration. Same with the spine and the back, just matching. Got a little clip there to clip things in. This decoration, I got those online. I found Printables. I will put a link down below. I have her printables throughout my binder. I can't think of the name of it, so I will, here you go, sorry, my daughter just came in. I will link it below. Sorry that I can't think of the name. I do want to give her credit, though, because they're cute little printables, and you'll see them throughout. She has prompts and different things on throughout, but I use this binder for more than just prayer, and I will show you that as I go through. So let me hop right in. So when you open it up, I use the mini binders that open all the way up so that it can lay flat so that I can write. It has a front pocket. Let me move this back a little so you can see a little better. Front pocket that I keep spare paper in. These are just blank papers that I can use throughout. I have a pocket right here. You can buy these right at Walmart. In this pocket I'm going to be putting a calendar in mine because I'm finding that I'm bringing it with me everywhere. So I'm going to replace my current planner and just add a calendar in here. I found a calendar I like online, so I'm going to be adding my calendar into here, but currently I'm putting a to-do list. I flipped my to-do list over because I don't want to show you guys some of the stuff on there. But this is the to-do list. I just have one here. So I just transferred from my calendar and put it onto my to-do list. And I added into there. Thank you. Let me finish this video, honey, and then I'll play with you. And then I put it into this pocket so that I can bring it with me. So I added in there. See, so I'll take that out so that it's private. Can you shut that so I can finish the video, honey, and then I'll come out? So my first one, let me move that over so you can see it better. I have each one of the cover pages I made for each section, I have in a sleeve, a page protector. I call them sleeves, so if you hear me say sleeve, I mean page protector. I just took a piece of paper. That's my daughter shutting. Sorry for the distraction. I took a piece of computer paper. That's all that is. Cut them in half. They fit perfect into the page protectors. And I got some sticker letters from the dollar store. And I decorated the page up to make it pretty. And I got some tabs. This one I didn't tab because it's the first one, but that's all the rest. I just got a thing of tabs and put the tabs on the page protectors. But decorated it up, and then I decorated the backs of each one of them. But I have my Bible right here so I can show you. This is how I color code my Bible when I'm doing Bible studies. I started out my first section with Bible study. So that's how I color code my Bible. So you'll see, like, when I do Bible studies, like when I do certain like soaps and different things in my Bible, I don't like journal in my Bible the way some people do when they do the coloring and stuff. I just color code when I'm studying in my Bible. So that's like how I color code in there. So that's what that is on the back of there. So in that section I have like soap. Like when you study a scripture, the scripture application, observation, prayer, that method of studying a certain scripture. I have some of those in there. Might have different other kinds of studies that I might do. Just little studies. What's this one? That's just a Ruth scripture study that I did. Just a little James study that I did. So just different ones will be in there. And then extra filler paper. This is just filler paper that I got also from Walmart in the stationery section. Some of it was in the clearance section, so I got some of it really cheap. The next section is my daily devotions. I do a daily devotional also with my prayer time. Just do a little daily devotion. A lot of times I'll use the Our Daily Bread. That's a free one you can get. That's always a great daily devotion. This one currently is the one that I'm doing. I got this at Barnes & Noble. I had it for the longest time. I hadn't been using it, and then found it on my bookshelf. And you can do it right here in the book, but I haven't been. I do it right in my prayer binder because I found that while I'm doing them, they're so meaningful and they've been such a blessing that while I'm bringing my prayer binder with me places, that I like to have them with me. So I can show those to you. I did another thing on the back of my page, another little doodle on the back of another pocket. I have these like throughout, just places to stick things. This one's just a little card that I got. God's thoughts about you. So just little things that are meaningful or blessings to you. So these are some of the devotions that I've done. They'll be in this section. So they're in here. So I have those with me too. And then I have my scripture section. Now this section is, some people think it's scripture writing. Some people do their scripture writing right in here. I do my scripture writing in my scripture journal. Like for the month of May, for scripture writing, I'm in a group. We're doing scripture writing the names of God. So like for May 1st, we did John 15, 1 through 9. So I don't want this section of my journal to get really, really thick. So this is like a big spiral notebook. So scripture writing gets really thick. So for this section, I'm just putting very meaningful scriptures to myself. Scriptures that I want to take with me all the time. So if there's a scripture that's meaningful to me, like Psalm 18, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. That's a scripture that I really love. So I always want that with me. So I write it in this section. Psalm 136 is another one that I love. Give thanks to the Lord. He is good. His love endures forever. These are scriptures that I absolutely love. So I'll write those in here. And if there's a scripture that comes up like during service or while I'm praying or any other time, I'll write it in this section. So that's what this section is for. And here's another one of those printables that I'm going to link below that came from that website, from this group of printables. So I have those decorated throughout. My next section is gratitude. And this is still, I'm still in the section, I haven't gotten to my prayer section yet. I have my section that's my studies, my devotions, things that aren't prayer yet. So this section is just daily. People that journal a lot of times like to write daily just gratitude. So I think that's important too. So in this section, I write either things. Before I even start praying, I like to write things that I'm thankful for, because you should always give thanks. So I'll write at least 3 things I'm thankful for, either today or from the day before. So that's what this section is. And I have, a doodle I did on the back of that page too. I'd like to decorate the backs too, so I have some kind of inspiration, something to, make you feel thankful. And then I'll have those extra filler paper too. Sorry, I'm having coffee while I'm going. Not trying to be rude, guys. Just getting over a cold, so I need something to wet my throat. The next section is my church notes. And this is, I do the newsletter for my church. So I take notes, not just during the service, but I also take notes to update. I also update my church's blog. So I take notes for the church's newsletter. I take notes for the church's blog. This section's a little sparse right now because I was still using this right up until I put this in here. I just put this in here. So that's there. I still have to decorate the back. It looks... So I just started using that, but that has some filler paper there. And it has this because I can use our newsletter to take notes on the previous month, and I can stick it in there. A lot of times I'll just have my Bible open and a sheet of paper or whatever and be taking notes, so that way I can stick it in here. I can transfer it over. I have all of it right here so that I can have all of that. Some stickies with some meaningful scriptures. And then this divider means I am finally to my prayer section. So you have this section's all my studies and other stuff, and now I'm to my prayer section. So in my prayer section I have my answered prayers. So I always start by looking at my answered prayers before I start my praise and praise to God. I look at that, and I make sure that I've noted any answered prayers. I have another doodle that I did before I get started praying. And then I do daily prayers and weekly prayers. I'll show you that. I noticed a lot of people were saying that that was a good way to get organized in your prayer life so that you didn't leave anyone out, and so you really could focus in on certain things. So I have people that I always pray for every single day, and then I have certain things that I can focus in on each day of the week. And I thought that was such a great thing, and it truly has blessed me and organized and helped me in my prayer life. So it's been such an amazing way to really be more accountable and help me in my prayer walk. So I'll show you that too. So this is my daily prayers. There's all the names of God. I like to pray the names of God, so that's on the back of my daily prayers. And then I always start my prayers with praise to God. So there's another one of these printables, and she has prompts on it. So it has just some prompts for praising God and a verse. So you can use those. Obviously, you don't have to use these prompts just to pray them, but it's just kind of a reminder if you need, prompts to get you going. And then I have, some worship prompts here. You are my King, you are my Creator, my Father, different things. You are my hope. And then there's some verses that you can pray. I have a worship song here. Here I am to worship. I listen to worship music when I pray a lot of times. Just another doodle that keeps me inspired while I'm praying, keeps me in a heart of worship. Sorry, I keep hitting my thing. Then I don't want to show everyone's prayer requests, but I'll put my daily prayer needs of people. This is the section that I'll write down things I need to pray for daily as they come up. If I'm on social media and I see a prayer need, if somebody's prayer need comes up in church, anyone I'm talking to. I do a daily live video on Instagram with a friend for my business. Any prayer needs that come up ever, I write them down here, and then I'll highlight them out as I don't need to pray for them anymore, so they go there. And then I'll pray for those. And then I move on to praying for myself. There's another one of those printables. So then that's what this section looks like. Well, honey?
You forgot to bring down Swaft and Swaft's
I'm going to, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll go up and get that. So then I have a picture of myself. Okay, sorry for that pause there. A little blip in the video. So then the next section is praying for myself. So in this section I have a little Bible verse, a psalm, picture of myself, and then I always start with my confessions to God. I don't write down my sins. God knows my sins. But I do have Bible verses and some prompts to help me with confessing, praying, and then I have repenting. So I have prompts to help me with that. Then I have prayer prompts to pray for myself, and then prayer petition that I've written out here. And then I also pray for myself as a wife and as a mother. And then I have those written out. And then I write more. I've been working on personalizing these a little more and paring them down. But a lot of times I just pray a little less off of those prompts and a little more personal, shorter, longer. It just depends on what my needs for the day are. My next daily prayers are my husband. This is another one of those printables that I'll link below. These are free printables she does, so she has prayer prompts there, so you can start praying just off this side. On the next page I have some more prayer prompts, and I just decorated it up a little bit. Picture from the day we were married, more current picture from when we went to an aquarium together, and then I have some prayer prompts to pray for him as my spouse, and then our marriage, and then just some prayers that I've written out, and I have more filler paper in each one of these sections. And then next, each day I pray for my children, and then this is some prompts that she has with those daily printables. Sorry, I needed more coffee there. They're really pretty, these prompts. I love those. So I decorated this page up a little bit more. And then there's my girls, my stepchildren. I have their names listed out. And then that's my 5 girls. My stepdaughter and my stepson. Some more prompts. And then on the next page I have some more prompts. And then I alter them sometimes and I write out prayers each day, and I have more filler paper. And then I also each day pray for my grandchildren and my son-in-laws. So I don't have my son-in-law's pictures on here, but I do have my grandbabies, my grandsons, and my granddaughter, and their names listed there, and then prayers written out for them. And then this divider now starts my weekly prayers. So my weekly prayers, there is, I keep hitting this, I'm sorry guys. There is, each day of the week I pray for something different. So I have that decorated. I did not put anything on the back of this. I like to have things on the back, but I don't start praying till. So on Sunday, I pray for our town. I have that decorated. That's the symbol for our town. Decorated that a little bit, and then here's prayers for our town. Then if just basic prayers, excuse me, if anything new came up, I would add it in there. More filler paper. On Monday, I found these pretty gold stickers, I think just at the dollar store, so I added those in. And these are just basic tabs that I added in, and like I said, these are page sleeves. On Monday, I pray for the rest of my family, my extended family, my parents, so my sisters, my brothers, my nieces and nephews. They're all on there. I decorated that sheet, and that's another one of those printables she had. I have some prayer prompts, any prayers I write out, and some filler paper. Then Tuesday, I pray for my business. I work from home, my husband's work, and my daughter's school. I have a daughter that's still home in school. My other daughters are grown. So I have prayers I've written out for that. And then I found this really cute prayers for schools. So I printed that out. I do look for things on the internet sometimes. And on Wednesday, another one of those gold stickers, I pray for our country, anything that comes up in the news, missions, things like that. I have prayer prompts for that, and then I have filler paper, so if something big comes up, I would write that down and pray for that. On Thursday, I pray for our church and our pastors. I have a picture of my pastor and his family. I have another pastor. I want to get a picture of his family and add that in there. I have prompts for that, and then another page to add in extra prayer needs. On Friday, those gold letters are so cute. I pray for friends, non-Christian and Christian. I have different prompts for that. Then I add in extra prayers that I have, and I have extra filler paper. On Saturday, my last day of the week, I pray for any enemies. And I'm not saying that I have like a slew of enemies, but I'm saying if you ever have anyone that you feel like, you know, is against you or not a friend, we're supposed to pray for them. So I do have a section for that. So that goes in there. Then I have another sleeve where I keep paper clips and any extra stickers just to make your journal pretty. And then an extra one of these pockets. And then there's another pocket back here that you can put more stuff in. Some extra things I've written out. Alligator clip. And that is my journal. I hope that that has been a blessing or an inspiration to somebody. And like I said, you can change these up any way you want. That's just how I do mine. And I've changed mine a few times already. So hopefully, let me put this back away, guys. I'm so organized with these things. I don't like all my things out loose. Hopefully that has blessed someone today, and feel free to subscribe, and I hope everyone has a very blessed day.